From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engine, this is Pit Pass.
Pit Pass is brought to you by Jake's Karts. Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Welcome to another edition of Pit Pass here on WHVL. We have a great deal of feature events to show you this week. On Friday, I made my first visit this season to Thunder Mountain Speedway. Fans had the bonus of 3 makeup features from the previous week. So let's do a quick wrap-up of those before we turn our attention to the night's scheduled events. The steel block late models were only able to get 4 laps in the books before the rains came the week before. So let's pick things up on a lap 7 restart. The 55 of Denny Fenton is pacing the field as we get back underway. He is followed by Rick Maxim and Terry Rayco. A battle for 4th place ensues with the 812 of John Chesnolovich Jr. trying to hold off rookie Jamie Barber in the orange number 13. As they enter turn 3, they have to avoid the spinning machine of Rayco, who was running 3rd. Rayco rejoins the field but loses several positions. For a few laps, Maxim continued to pressure Fenton for the top spot. One driver charging through the field was Matt Gaston in the blue 47. After starting deep in the field, here he works the outside of Bernie Whiteford to move into the 5th position. With 3 laps to go, Fenton experiences fuel pump problems and slows in turn 4 as Maxim takes over the top spot. For the remaining laps, Maxim was able to hold off Chesnolovich for the victory. Gaston came home 3rd, with Barber 4th and Whiteford in the 5th spot. Ryan Hess would lead the Pure Stocks to the green for their makeup feature. Colton Joyner in the black number 1 falls into line for 2nd place, with Mike Calhoun in pursuit as they go down the backstretch. It would only take 1 lap before Calhoun moves underneath Joyner in 3 and 4 to gain the runner-up spot, while Dustin Challingsworth closes on Joyner for 3rd. Steve Arthur started last in the 8-car field, but had moved up the 5th before spinning out between 3 and 4. However, only a few laps after the restart, with Hess still leading and Calhoun in 2nd, Arthurs is again marching his way to the front as he works the inside of Challingsworth for 4th place. He is able to complete the pass in turn 1. Calhoun's hopes for a win were dashed as he loses his left front wheel going into turn 3. Down the stretch, Hess is able to keep the hard-charging Arthurs at bay to take the checkers. Here is Ryan in victory lane. The rest of the top 5 looks like this. Dustin Challingsworth came home 3rd, Colton Joyner was 4th, and Doug Zimmerman was 5th. Early in the 4-cylinder Enduro makeup feature, John Lee in the black 5L held the point with Ryan Kemmer in 2nd. John Miller in the black 17 and Chad Greeley to his outside battled for 3rd. Miller would eventually catch Lee and take over the lead as they exited turn 4. Miller held on to win by 2 seconds over Kemmer. Greeley finished 3rd, with Aaron Hill in 4th and Lee fell back to 5th. In the scheduled steel block late model feature, it doesn't take long for outside pole sitter Luke Hoffner to grab the lead from John Chesnolovich Jr. in the 812 machine. Scott Stein in the 09 then makes a run on Chesnolovich for the runner-up spot as they go down the backstretch. During the first 10 laps, Hoffner built up a commanding lead, but the caution flies as Rick Maxim is hard into the turn 4 wall. After the restart, Hoffner's dominance disappears as Stein, who had moved up to 2nd, mounts a serious charge for the lead. They would run this way for a few laps. Past the halfway point, Matt Gaston in the 47 is running in the 4th position after starting 14th. Behind him, Dwayne Brooks in the white number 1 challenges Chesnolovich for the 5th spot as they go through turns 3 and 4. A couple of laps later, Terry Rayco in the 14 works the outside of Stein to take over 2nd place. With 2 laps to go, Rayco makes a move on Hoffner as they exit turn 2. He briefly has the lead, but Hoffner powers down the backstretch to regain the position. Hoffner holds off Rayco for the remainder of the race to take the checkers. Luke, congratulations on the win. Now you jumped out to a really big lead there before that caution, and after the caution, it seems like you had your hands full first with Stein and then with Rayco.
Yeah, after the red flag there, I don't know what happened. I had to file out my spark plugs or what happened to the car, but it started breaking up on me, but it actually gave me more traction, so it wasn't a bad thing, but I don't know what it is. We'll try to fix it for tomorrow night, you know. But the car was really working good the first 10 laps and then just started getting a miss. I think we'll figure it out. We'll put everything new on it again.
Like I said, Stein gave you a little bit of a run, but Rayco really was giving you a run for your money there.
Yeah, I seen him beside me, and I'm thinking, man, with this miss, I don't know if I can hold him off. But sometimes that doesn't hurt you, when it's dry slick like that. So it worked out okay in the end.
And every one of these wins here this year have to be special after the loss of your car this winter.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 3 wins this year. One at Clinton now, one at Thunder Mountain, and one at Hummingbird. And we all dedicate them all to we call him Pappy, but his name was Dwayne Coral, and we all miss him, buddy. He'd know where this miss was at right now, I can tell you that. We miss him a lot, so we dedicate these races to him. And what else can I say?
Following Hoffner and Rayco crossed the line were Gaston, who moved up to 3rd after starting 14th, Stein was 4th, and Dwayne Brooks came in 5th. We will have more highlights from Friday's racing action at Thunder Mountain later in the show. Coming up next, it's some asphalt racing that you won't want to miss. The Modifieds take to the quarter-mile bull ring at Mahoning Valley Speedway for hand 2 of their poker series. 100 laps of pure excitement when we return.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.